King Tut, Mummy Mania. Asian robbers are not only ones who looted tombs in Egypt. In 1980, in the 1800s, people from many countries in Europe began traveling to Egypt. The ancient kingdom was long gone, and beliefs had all disappeared. And secretly, the pictures writing hieroglyph was a mystery for everyone. The tourism Great Pyramids and the Sphinx. They took trips on the Nile River. They saw the ruins of old temples and giant statues. They wanted to bring back the souvenirs. Sometimes they brought back the whole mummy. It might keep in the room with other souvenirs they had bought. They might have given the museum or exhibit and they decided to unwrap the mummy to see what is inside. Unwrapping parties were held and for English lords as are printing cards of mummies of the guests of London to see. A mummy from Fabulous since 2:30. Germany Prince in Berlin had a mummy unwrapped on his pool table. If the person couldn't afford a mummy all by himself, he could join a group. The group could pull the mummy and buy a mummy together. They had a group when German people died. They each had a certificate. It was like an owning shares of mummy. One of the men in Italy started a business of finding mummies to sell to the customer. His name was Giovanni Belzoni. Sometimes he used lettering on them and get inside the tomb. He described the accident that he had inside, filling up the wear of the torch. He was looking for some place to sit. That he landed on was with all his weight were mummies sank right down between the broken mummies. The confusions of the bones, racks, wooden box, and waste flew off the dust for quarters in an hour. I was unable to move. It was terrible to hear the stories of the ancient dead of being treated like this. Just someone getting get in quick. Of course, not all mummies hunters were it for money. Many people is interested in learning more about ancient Egypt. There's back to them, and people interested to find objects were called archaeologists. The end of an empire. Different historians give different dates for the end of the great kingdom of ancient Egypt. They say that ancient Egypt was gone by 30 BC. By this time, there had been many invasions by other countries. Some very famous foreigners ruled Egypt and became pharaoh. Alexander the Great took Egypt from the Persians. The Egyptians thought of the great Greek soldier as a hero. After Alexander died, one of the generals, Ptolemy I, took over. Perhaps you have heard of Cleopatra. She was the queen of Egypt who lived from 69 to 30 BC. Julius Caesar was the emperor of the Roman period. The Romans took over the Egypt. Cleopatra thought that if he had Caesar's trial, she would have more power, but it didn't work out that way. The Romans stayed in power within 100 years. The old Egyptians lived in ruins and yet vanishing new hieroglyphs of the dead language. It became a job of archaeologists to uncover the past. Now, in the late 1800s, many tombs and pharaohs being found. Trouble was then were empty of lynching, and every archaeologist was to find hadn't been looted. Many thought it was just a wild dream. They wouldn't believe even one tomb left with treasures. Howard Carter is particularly the only man who thought there was.